Hi, everybody. Thanks for stopping in for this short instructional video about using eLibrary, which is one of our digital resources, research databases. To get to it, of course, you'll have to go to the library webpage, which I have up here on your screen. If you're not sure how to get to it, just remember Google UHS Library and it'll be the first result. The other thing is if you have any questions you need to ask me as a follow-up, or if you need usernames or passwords and you can't find them, you can always email me. I have links to my email here at the top, near the top of the page, and it's mmurray@usd116.org. I'd be happy to provide those to you. So let's get started. So you're on the web page, and you're wanting to do some research on let's say a recent topic that you've been assigned. And so eLibrary is an excellent resource for that. Because one has a lot of newspaper and magazine articles and other results that come up when you do a search. So if you click on it, it's going to pop right up here because I'm in the building. But if you're working remote, you definitely will need a username and password to get into this. When it comes up, notice it's fairly straightforward. There's a search bar up here where I'm going to do my search. I'm going to assume that, say, I've been asked to research this topic that's come up in the news in the last year or so, but especially of late, called QAnon, which is a conspiracy theory, a baseless, far-right conspiracy theory that's been in the news lately. So if I type in QAnon, and then I hit my return button, or I can click up here, and I get the results. A couple things I just want you to see that you'll want to explore around in eLibrary once you do a search. But notice a couple things. First thing I'll be looking for is something over here to see where the source types. Notice I mentioned newspapers, magazines, scholarly journals will be more of the academic journals. And then there's also other things, images, etc. But you can also limit by date. So you can just look at the last 30 or the last year, or you can set your own date range here. Sometimes that's really useful when you have way too many sources than you actually want. So notice here, it's like 1,000 newspaper articles, 40 magazines. If I come down and I say, let's limit it to the last 30 days. So I click on that. And now notice it's cut it by about 1/3 or even more on some of these. And so, and that can be really useful. It gets rid of all the clutter of too many articles for you. So a couple things I just want you to see are, if I'm looking and I see one, and this one is interesting. So it's from the Wall Street Journal. A QAnon supporter wins a GOP House primary. And I think, oh, I want to find out more about that. So I click on the title here, and it will pull the article up for me. And the articles, all these are full text. And you might be thinking, well, where can I save these? And this is a really wonderful tool that this has. I'm going to remove my picture here so that I can show you where to log in to save them. And the other thing I should point out is when you have to do citations, click on the Cite button, and it pulls up the citation. You can change the type of citation if your teacher wants you to use APA instead of MLA. And then click Copy, and it copies this citation. And I'll show you where that's going to be really useful once you save your document. So I close that, and I want to save it. So what you would do is, it says log out because I'm logged in, but you would log into your Gmail if you're not already, and then save to cloud. And you want to save it in your Google Drive. So you click there, and it's saving that to my drive, and it'll tell me when it's done. So let me remove that and just show you what that looks like. So if I come up here and I click on these little dots on the Google page, and I go to my drive, it should be up here near the top of recent uploads. And so there it is, US News QAnon. If I've been doing a bunch of work and you don't see it right away, you can always just come down to folders, because it also creates a folder in which it puts the results. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. If I double click on it, it has saved it now in my drive. And a really nice thing you can do is, you'll notice right here at the top, if you just click there and I go to edit, remember I copied that citation. So if I hit paste and then hit a space just to separate it, there's my MLA citation, and all I would need to do is format it properly by just doing the indentation. And I think that's really useful because citations can be very difficult to do. All right, I'm going to pull my picture back up here, and I'm going to close my drive, that drive there and there, and go back to eLibrary. So in eLibrary, if I want to go back to the search page where I started from, my results, I just hit the back button. And remember, I had put a limit on there, the publication dates. I can remove that by clicking that X there. And now I'm back to the start where I was with the results. And again, I'll just point out to you, you can click on any one of these titles to see an article and view it and see if you think it's going to be useful to you. I hope this has been helpful to you, and I hope you'll stop by for more instructional videos in the future. And thank you for tuning in.